Monday, December 20th, 1993. I've just received orders from Lieutenant Colonel Yefim on a shuttle operation that will be carried out tomorrow at 0400. I'll be taking 3 of my best men, Andre, Vlad, and Boris. I haven't received my full debriefing yet, not until tomorrow, 30 minutes before boots off the ground. All Colonel Yefim said is we'd be inserted by Hilo. Christmas is almost here, and I miss Olijessa. I hope she's doing okay. I can't wait to see her. Tuesday, December 21st, 1993, 0430. I'm looking at Andre, Vlad, and Boris as we're in the helicopter. We look like some US Western film in these hazmat radiation suits. We were debriefed this morning as expected. We're being taken to Chernobyl, right into Pripyat. We are to recover a floppy disk that contains nuclear codes near Reactor 4 that were not retrieved before the meltdown. Intelligence intercepted a message by a US spy of a possible attempt to retrieve the nuclear codes. It's imperative we get to it before they do. These damn hazmat suits are awfully stuffy. Tuesday, December 21st, 1993, 0612. We're currently 8 kilometers outside Chernobyl. The helicopter had to drop us off from a distance due to high radiation levels. Vlad is doing an inventory check. We're all equipped with standard rifles, our favorite, AK-47s. Each of us has 4 magazines, 1 grenade, a knife, and a pair of night vision goggles. I have my 9mm sidearm just in case. We have enough food and water for 3 days. This should be a grab and run operation. It shouldn't take us no longer than 24 hours. We are to meet with Vector Shadow 5 for extraction, 15 kilometers north of Chernobyl. Andre has been doing a communications check since we've landed. The signal is exceptionally weak. No time to waste. We need to press on. It looks like it may snow. Tuesday, December 21st, 1993, 7:45 p.m. We've cleared an area to hold up for the night. The snowstorm has become much more worse. Our Geiger meters haven't stopped warning us of high radiation levels. I turn it off so we can get some sleep. There's something very unsettling about hearing your own breath in these hazmat suits, mixed with the howling sound of the wind pouring through the open windows and doors of the abandoned buildings. Boris hasn't shut his mouth about the creepiness of this place. I'm going to have him running drills for weeks after this. Andre has not been able to get a hold of command since Checkpoint Bravo. We may need to get on a roof. Wednesday, December 22nd, 1993, 0500. It's freezing. Vlad brought vodka. We've been drinking through the spout of our radiation suits, which is meant for water. But nothing to feel like home by drinking some good old Russian vodka. Warms the blood. Boris keeps ranting on that he heard noises last night. He's probably had a little too much vodka. I need to make sure I keep my men focused. We need to find that floppy disk. Wednesday, December 22nd, 1993, 4:18 p.m. It's barely 18 minutes after 4 p.m. and it's already dark. The snowstorm hasn't stopped. We had to change locations from where we held up last night so we can eat. It's nice to take our masks off. Get somewhat fresh air. The radiation levels are just under the peak of it being harmful. However, it sets us behind schedule. Thursday, December 23rd, 1993, 0300. I can't sleep. I woke up to what sounded like small children laughing. The winds have definitely picked up. The storm hasn't slowed down. I keep hearing a metal bang coming from Reactor 4. I keep seeing shadows moving in the distance, so I turn my night vision goggles on. A figure looked like it was standing in the window, looking at us on the 3rd story. I feel like we're being watched. Thursday, December 23rd, 1 p.m. Is this floppy disk even in existence? We've searched every building, up and down near Reactor 4. I suggested we enter the Reactor 4 building and do a quick sweep tonight. Vlad, Andre, and Boris are against my decision, but we're running low on water, and I definitely don't want to extend my stay here. Friday, December 24th, 0100. We found it. Andre has been trying to get a hold of command for the past 2 hours. We're in an old apartment complex. We cleared the top floor. It's 6 stories high. The snowstorm is getting much more pronounced. Wait. Friday, December 24th, 0600 a.m. We heard noises coming from the stairwell of the apartment complex. We immediately scouted the area. Boris was on point. We were in a staggered column formation, followed by me, then Vlad and Andre. We turned left into the doorway that led into the stairwell. Even before I could turn my body to a full left, I hear the sound of flesh tearing. A slight gasp and a whimper, what sounded like a faint help, came from Boris's mouth. Blood splattered across the visor of my hazmat helmet. All I could make were 2 glowing eyes. I couldn't see the full figure as Boris's body was hunched over, as the creature's hand had impaled him through his chest. All I could think about was how the blood pouring to his feet looked like a gentle river softly running down his hazmat suit. I remember falling backwards. Andre and Vlad opened fire. I watched Boris get riddled with gunfire, watching his almost lifeless body react to each gunshot. The screams of the creature were almost deafening. Within a blink of an eye, I see Boris fall over like a rag doll. All that remained was the sound of the howling wind seeping through the apartment broken windows. We quickly gathered ourselves and returned to the room where we were previously at. We brought Boris with us. We had to. We couldn't leave a fallen comrade out there in the cold. I look over and I see Andre immediately back on the radio trying to reach command. I think, anyways. The ringing in my ears hasn't stopped. Vlad was trying to barricade the room to make sure nothing could get in. It's still snowing. Friday, December 24th, 3 p.m. A little sunlight has peeked through the clouds. We felt safe enough to leave the room. Vlad and Andre had an argument about leaving Boris's body behind. Vlad and myself came to the decision we're going to have to come back for him. Vlad simply put, he's dead. Let him rest. We gathered his ammo. When we entered the stairwell, a sunray glimmered through the crack in the wall. We looked down to see Boris's dried blood. We did our best to step over it. We entered back into the city square, where we quickly made our way back to where we entered from. As we approached the fence we cut open, our Geiger meters went haywire. The numbers were unreal. Vlad shouts, "We came through this way 3 days ago. This is impossible." We had no choice but to double back. Our best shot was to go back to the extraction point, which was 15 kilometers north. As we started following the checkpoints on our maps, we entered into a dead zone, another dead end. Our Geiger meters were flaring loudly. The haunting noise of the device warning us not to go any further. The temptation of just walking past the invisible boundary was right in our faces. We managed to find the public records office. As cunning as Vlad is, he found the blueprint of an old sewage system that led right out of Chernobyl into a river we all know very well. We'd have to go back into the building where Reactor 4 was, he said, looking at us with his beady eyes through his mask. I nodded the approval. We have to hurry. Friday, December 25th, 12 a.m. It's Christmas, and all I can think about is Olishesa. The realization that I'm trapped. Everything was going okay until we entered that damn sewer tunnel. The moment we all turned our night vision goggles on, we just knew we entered into someone's home. A dozen of those things with glowing eyes gawking at us. The whole room was illuminated by our night vision goggles. Mutated men, women, and children slightly hissing with screeching noises. Vlad screamed and just started shooting. The creature coming straight for him, running almost on all fours, pounced on him, biting him through his hazmat suit directly on his throat. Andre tried pulling him out of the carnage. I raised my rifle and shot Vlad in the head. Andre looked at me, stunned. All I could shout was, "Move!" We ran up the cement steps that led out of the sewer tunnel. It had a narrow corridor. Slippery from the ice floor, we tried scaling those steps that felt never ending. As we got to the top, Andre knelt down. As I stood over him, our military mindset quickly engaged. We had them bottlenecked in. We started shooting. They quickly kept gaining up the steps. Magazine after magazine, we realized this wasn't going to be enough. Andre rested his rifle off his shoulder. Grabbing his grenade, he pulled the pin and gently released the grenade down the steps like a child tossing a ball down the stairs, the sound of the grenade bouncing off each step. Andre quickly stood up, grabbing the metal door with both hands and slamming the door shut. We quickly found a place to cover ourselves, and not before long a loud blast breaking the hinges off the metal door. Silence fell upon. Smoke gently came out of the doorway that led into the sewer tunnel. We look around and realize we're in the Reactor 4 building. Our Geiger meters kept giving us high readings. We fled. As we walked out of the ruins of Reactor 4, we saw shadows circling around us through the buildings. We kept running. We had nowhere to go. Every corner we turned, we kept getting a damn warning from our Geiger meters. We went back to the only place we knew, the apartment complex. We managed to get to the 6th floor and enter the room we were in, only to see a blood stain. "Where's Boris?" said Andre. I remember I couldn't breathe. I took my mask off, slamming my gun into Andre's chest, having him hold my weapon. I grabbed the metal desk we had previously used to barricade the door, the sound of the legs of the metal desk scratching the floor. I pushed all my force behind the desk, trying to jam the door as if it would help whatever it is that was after us. I get to a wall and rest my back against it, and slumped down slowly to the floor. I fell asleep what only felt like for a moment. I immediately jumped up, looking around. How long did I sleep? I see the door cracked open. I tried reaching over for my gun, only to remember I handed it to Andre. The desk was moved. I pat myself on my chest and to the side of my leg, grabbing my holstered 9mm. I went to the door, shutting it, grabbing the desk and barricading it back. I look out the window and I see a gentle snowfall. I look to the north and I see semi-covered tracks. It looks like footprints. I wonder if Andre made it. In the corner of a room, I see a bottle and realize that's the vodka Vlad brought. I grab the bottle and look on the sloppy writing from a permanent marker, and all it says was, "Pals." There's enough left for me. Hell, why not? The banging on the door is getting louder. I don't think it'll hold much longer. One last drink. It's Christmas, and all I can think about is Olijessa.